Welcome to another tutorial from the DIY Golfer. I'm Zach, and today I'll be showing you how to do a black oxide finish on a carbon steel putter. For this finish, you'll just need a few materials. Actually, buying a Birchwood KC gun bluing kit, these three bottles actually came in a kit, and this kit has pretty much everything that you need for this refinish. But I actually don't use all of the materials in this kit. I do it a little bit differently, and that's what I want to show you today. So I'll start out with my TP Mills carbon steel putter, and at this point I've removed all the nicks and the dings and I've bead blasted it. If you can see, there's it has the satin finish. The reason that I bead blasted it is just to clean it up, and I think that it makes the liquid gun blue go on a little bit better and bond to the metal a little bit better. So that's why I do that. And then after we put on this this right here, the Perma Blue liquid gun blue, I'll go back and bead blast it again, and this will allow me to have a very professional looking finish. I don't really like the results that I get from following the directions that this kit gives you. I don't know if it works better for guns, which is what it's actually meant for, but with putters it certainly hasn't done the job for me. So I've kind of altered the process, and I've gotten some pretty good results from this. Alright, so let me start out by using the cleaner degreaser. I'm going to open this up, and I just take these Q-tips, just regular Q-tips, dip it in there, and I'll start rubbing this cleaner on the putter. I've now washed this putter off. I just ran it under cold water and I dried it off with a paper towel. And now the next step is to use the Perma Blue liquid gun blue. The reason that I'm skipping this step, the blue and rust remover, is because I've prepared this putter already sufficiently for the liquid gun blue to be applied. This blue and rust remover is basically if you have a piece of metal that has some rust spots on it, obviously, or if you have a previous liquid gun blue finish. So if you mess this finish up, you can use the blue and rust remover to kind of start over and see if you can do a little bit better the next time. So it is useful, but in this case I don't need to use it. So I'll remove this and we'll go straight to the liquid gun blue. Personally, I think this is one of the cooler finishes that you can do because you can see the finish, the chemical change right in front of your eyes, which is pretty cool in my opinion. So we'll dip the Q-tip in the liquid gun blue. I'll see if I can get a good camera lighting here. I'll start rubbing it on, and you can see it's already turning black. It's not a very dark color at this point, but if you just give it a few minutes, this color will darken up. And personally, I think that applying a little bit more pressure is the key to getting this finish looking good. So I'm actually pressing this Q-tip as firm as I can without breaking it. The kit says to lightly apply this, I believe, in the instructions, but I'm pretty liberal with it, and as I just said, I definitely press down on this metal pretty hard. I also wanted to mention that this liquid gun blue kit, it does not work on stainless steel putters. I have a separate tutorial that is actually a Caswell product. It's called stainless steel darkener, and that's the equivalent process for a stainless steel putter, which would be most of your Scotty Camerons and modern day milled putters. This is just a great finish because with these carbon steel putters, you're going to be exposing the metal to rust just by refinishing it, because when we refinish these carbon steel putters, we're taking off any protective coating that was already there, and it's very important to protect it against rust. And this refinishing technique, this liquid gun blue, is actually a rust protectant, and it also changes the color of the putter. So I really like this for some of the older putters. It also makes them a lot more playable because it gives them a more modern look than they previously had. Okay, so I finished applying the liquid gun blue, and the next step is to just wait for a few minutes. I give it about 5 minutes to dry, and after about 5 minutes it'll be completely dry in most cases, and the chemical reaction will have completed, and you really can't do much to remove this finish except either put it back on the deburring wheel and grind it off, or liberally apply the blue and rust remover that I had showed earlier in the tutorial. But hopefully you can see here, if I get really close to the camera, right there, it's a little bit uneven, and there's some spotty parts of this finish, and you can either stop here, which is what the Birchwood Casey kit says to do, but I take it a step further and bead blast this putter again once it's completely dry. And when you bead blast it, this finish will not completely come off. It'll get a little bit lighter, and these spots or spotty areas will look a lot more smooth, and I promise you it's gonna turn out a lot better if you do decide to bead blast it.